Yeah, that's how you match.
Sometimes David just screams at the beginning, which is...
Yeah, that's his typical mic test is, bah!
I don't like it. And it's way worse than that. That's rude. It's
What?
like, dude, we have headphones. We all have headphones on
yeah,
right
no,
now.
he
and you
definitely just shouts.
Screamed into the mic. All right.
All right. What's up, Bjorn?
Hey, man. It is so hot out still.
111 when I was driving over here.
That's funny.
There's a chance that we're recording this the day after we recorded last week's.
Yeah. So what's really funny is I was just editing the next episode, and we were just talking about how awesome and mild the weather is here.
Well, people get a play-by-play of our lives.
Like, it's like, we're like, yeah, it's real nice. Like,
It's the
just
beauty
like
of podcasting.
60 degrees out for the last week. Like, I just want to yell to myself, go buy an air conditioner right now because yours is going to break.
Wait, did yours break?
It's not working very well.
Oh.
I'm convinced because I was just sitting editing in front of it with it directly, like closer than we're sitting right now.
And it was barely...
It wasn't like, you know, in the car where you're like, ooh, it's kind of cold on my arm or whatever. No, I was like, it's nice, but maybe it's just so hot that it's just like...
It might be, but I mean...
It's a 3-year-old unit, so there is a chance.
Have you ever, like, drained the condensate out of it?
I don't know how to do that
on
this one.
Because I think I might need to do that on mine, but I'm not going to risk it the next couple days.
I know. It's like...
It's doing good enough, and I can't...
Oh, it's probably that thing that you can just...
There's a drain down at the bottom, and I believe there's
a
plug after you take the cap off. Because I took the cap off the other day, which I guess was a risk on my hardwood floor in my apartment that I'm not going to get my security deposit back on.
I feel like that sounds right.
Yeah, I think if you were to drain that might help. Because maybe it's full.
I bet it is.
The other thing I did yesterday was I took the filter off the back and just vacuumed it. There was a bunch of like lint.
I just did that
stuck
too.
To it.
So maybe that'll help.
So I figure that would help it breathe, you know.
Yeah. But I went to Home Depot, and I went because I was like, I looked online and it said that there was some, and then I walked around.
And that was bullshit.
Yeah, and I talked to one of the associates, and he was like, yeah, there's not a Home Depot within 100 miles of here that has one. Not one. And he's like, if it's on there, it's an error, or it's like you're not reading it right. I'm like, oh, okay. I looked a little closer, and it was like, it can ship to the store within like 10 days. And I'm just like, well, that's helpful, but not.
Might not need it as badly.
I think I'm going to get another one anyway.
Yeah.
I've been on the fence about it, and I was like, nah. And then like last night I tried to sleep on the couch, and I just woke up and moved to my bed. It was just like this weird, like, do I want to be uncomfortable hot and comfortable in my bed, or do I want to be uncomfortable physically but a nice temperature?
Yeah. No, my idea has so far been awesome of moving it to the bedroom.
I just don't have a way of, I mean, I got enough duct tape. I could have done that, but you know.
Do it, dude.
It's
might. So worth it.
I might.
And close the bedroom door.
I got to do something like that.
Because these things, as far as I know, unless you get one that's like 20,000 BTUs or whatever, those little portable, like what we have, they just can't handle the size of apartments that we have.
Yeah, it says that they can, but I don't know if
it's
I believe
optimistic.
them. Here's the worst part is that
How
my
many
dog...
square feet did yours say it could handle?
I have no idea. I bought it 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I bought the 10,000
I threw that box
BTU,
away
and I
a while
think it
ago.
said 600 square feet, and it is not close to... Like,
it's
at
worked
this
in the
temperature,
past, though. I don't know. I've never had a problem with it in the past. So I think it's just not as cold. I'm going to try that draining. I was like, is there something that I could do? So I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Let me know if that works, because then I might do that to mine, just because I feel like it needs to get done anyway.
But the worst part about last night was my dog was so confused about why we were sleeping in the living room that he just kept barking and like waking me up. I was like, dude, we're sleeping out here. Just calm down. Like, I should have grabbed his crate or something so that he was like, it was more clear what we were doing.
Yeah.
But, you know. Yeah. So.
Crazy weather.
I know, man. Well, it's cool to be in the basement talking about sneakers
the basement,
instead.
Even without an AC, it's still nice down here.
Yeah, there's no AC, and
it's probably
basically we just
70?
don't turn the heat on.
In the 65 to 70 range.
That would be my
I would guess right around 70. It's quite comfy.
Too bad neither of us has like an Apple Watch. I bet it does that. No, it doesn't.
I'm good with not having an Apple Watch. What do you think of those? I think they're fucking dumb.
I think it's a stupid product that's unnecessary. I kind of think my iPad is unnecessary, honestly. Yeah. I have it, but I have one. But
dude, I agree. Because, like, I've never bought an iPad for that reason. I'm like, I have a phone and I have a laptop. Yeah. Why do I need something that's like a compromise of both of those things? Yeah. It's a phone, but it's too big to take with you anywhere. And it's a laptop, but it doesn't have a damn keyboard or any processing power. So it's like, yeah, it's a dumb product.
It's nice for watching movies on an airplane.
They have a screen on an airplane.
Not all of them anymore. Like, I just took a flight the other day, and they have a new thing. It's like this little flip-down tray. There's a USB plug-in right there, and then there's like a little clip, so you can clip your iPad to there. What I used to do... Can you
clip your phone up there?
Yeah, you can. Well, your phone doesn't need to clip. It's so small it like leans.
Couldn't you just watch your movie on your phone like this?
Have you done that? Your arm goes to sleep. It's obnoxious.
2 arms.
I always put up like what I've done is my move has always been like I'll have like a hoodie or my backpack and I'll just set it. I'll do the tray and then I'll set it on some shit that I have. I just take my shirt off and go shirtless and just have it sitting. That's what I use.
You know what I do on planes actually is I usually listen to a podcast and then I have Sudoku puzzles on my phone and I just do damn Sudoku puzzles the whole way. And
everybody does that, Nick.
What?
Not everybody does that.
Well, they should. They'd be smarter. Sudoku puzzles make you 1% smarter.
1%?
Each year you gain 1%.
What's the highest, like, if you, on your Sudoku puzzle game, like, what's the highest level you do?
I always do hard.
Really? And you can complete them?
Yeah. Dude, I'm great at Sudoku
I can't remember. I think it's, like, medium or hard. There's, like, one level that I've never been able to, I just, like, give up. Do you make mistakes and then do it?
I usually don't make that many. I'll make one mistake every now and then, but I usually do like 5 with
I used to do them in the
mistakes,
newspaper.
and then I'll get a mistake.
I used to do them in the newspaper, and I would get to a point where I'd find there was a mistake, and I would just be like, nope.
Oh yeah,
done.
If you're doing it on paper and you find a mistake, then you're just it's game over.
I'm just like, I'm not even using pencil. We're going pen on this. I'm not like I'll allow myself to scribble one out maybe, but most of the time I would make a mistake and just be like, all right, we're done with this puzzle. Like we're not completing it. Game over forever.
No, I've always really liked Sudoku puzzles. That's kind of my type of thing that I like. So
I got into them when I was in college. I realized that all of the newspapers had them, and I didn't put it together that the as the week progressed, they got harder,
progressively harder.
But I would always do them, and it was like
every Friday you'd just be frustrated.
Yeah, and I couldn't understand that, and I was complaining to a friend. They're like, they get harder. I was like, oh,
you're like,
no.
I got dumber. I was so smart on Monday, but
don't
then
click that. Don't click that.
How do I? I'm trying to get rid of it.
The computer's trying to update.
There we go. I almost downloaded
you
Adobe.
Almost
and we
updated something.
Fucked.
No, it just would have I don't know.
Well, for this computer, it probably would have burst into flame.
I know. It's like it's a fragile.
It's very delicate.
It's very
it's a snowflake.
It's a very. I was looking for snowflake. Thank you.
Little snowflake of a computer.
It's a snowflake of a computer. Don't touch it. It'll say it's charging, but it's not really charging.
It needs a safe space.
It needs a safe space. Sometimes I'll plug it in and it's like 1%, but then it's like instead of the orange light, it gives me the green light. And I'm just like, I know that you're lying to me right now. Why are you just going to lie to my face like that?
Disrespectful is what
Speaking
that is.
Of green lights.
Green lights.
We got a cool
shoes.
sneaker. We have a greenish shoe. Today we're talking about, I think they're glow in the dark. I'm not actually 100%.
Ooh, that's
but I
cool.
think this is glow in the dark. I tried to test it. I don't know. But we're talking about the recent drop Jordan 6's in the infrared green, I believe is what the name is on them.
Okay.
I have the box turned the other way.
Yeah.
So they're just
and you said you bought them because you had that set of laces and you wanted to see how it looked in these shoes.
That was sort of the final. So I did a lace swap. They come with a black lace, but I did a lace swap with this green lace that I got with these sneakers, which I'm not gonna swap because I just thought they would look dumb with. There's already a lot of color.
That lace came with those. Cool.
So it's not a perfect match, but it's good enough.
It looks really good.
Like it's super close. Like they could probably
They could sell it with those laces and
They
nobody
probably
would complain.
I don't think people might.
One person
Yeah,
on
one-
Reddit would whine about it.
One Reddit guy.
But,
So yeah.
I like these.
I'm into them. I have tried them on, so they are no longer dead stock. But
Yeah, I like the nubuck is very nice.
yeah, they're almost like it's almost like a
feels
like a boot, like a boot.
Yeah, it kind of does feel like a boot.
And the you can't really see it, but if you like feel inside, there's sort of it's like got a neoprene liner, and the tongue has a bunch of holes in it. Like there's just like a lot of holes in this shoe.
Neoprene
So
on
it's
the
like
back of the tongue.
yeah, the whole tongue is neoprene with holes, and I liked that. I'm like, so it's gonna be a little more breathable than like your 13s or something like that, you know?
Yeah, the 13s are not breathable at all. Those things.
Yeah,
Those are a winter shoe.
those are definitely a wintertime
Ain't
shoe.
wearing them today.
And they come with this little
doodad on the.
Yep, with the
That's
Jumpman
the word.
logo
Can I
on
try
there.
'em on?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it, man. They're not the easiest to put on, but the tongue stretches.
I just undid the doodad.
I really like the tongue on these. It's like one of my favorite aspects of them. But they are pretty comfy. They do feel like a Timberland boot or something.
Yeah, they have a lot of support. These probably are like actually good to play in.
To basketball in.
If you play. They seem like they might be. Like you might have to break them in, but then they'd be pretty supportive.
And they got these little like headphones on your ankle.
Yeah, these big puffs.
Well,
I don't know what those
Beats
are.
Headphones.
I don't know what those. What's
Beats
the
by Dre.
purpose of those?
I have no idea.
Is that for like?
They have them on these too. It's
Yeah,
like a little
is that
extra
like
padding.
if you fall, they cushion your ankle?
I don't know. That's what they are in like in my motorcycle boots. They have like extra support here, but that's to protect your ankle bones.
Or like
from
if somebody,
motorcycle.
or like if
smushing
you're
it.
playing close to other people and they accidentally kick you in the side of the foot, maybe it protects your ankle.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like now I actually did think about researching that, and then I didn't because I had that same question.
I like the sole. I like these shoes. These are cool.
The sole, the Jumpman on there.
Jumpman and this
cool.
kind of glow-looking stuff.
Does he look chubbier on the? Is it just me?
Yeah, dude. I think he gained.
Gained some weight. Like this is the 6.
This
it was
is-
like
This is a picture of MJ now.
MJ now. Yeah, they do an
At
update.
like 55, and he's got a little dad bod going on there. He's just like, man, I've made a lot of money. I'm just gonna
like this
drink
one
a
is
couple
him.
brews.
He's like jumping not that high. He's just
Yeah.
kind of doing like a jumping jack.
he used the trampoline to do this.
Yeah. Like this ain't no free.
Called up
thing.
Scottie Pippen, had him double bounce him.
Yeah, right. Double bounce. That's so funny because he assisted him in the basketball games back in the
Still
day.
needs the assist.
Solid, and it gets funnier when you define it, Bjorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it always does.
No, that's my favorite kind of joke. I like when people explain my jokes after the fact.
Joke.
Yeah.
Post.
No, I actually
Joitus.
I like it because then it's like this is like it really makes sure everyone knows just how clever I am, and I really need that.
Yeah.
I really need everybody to know.
To just
like
fully
if I
acknowledge.
actually come up with something good, like I want everyone to know.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the one to tell them. So thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is definitely just I'm really into lace swaps right now. That was okay. So a couple things about it. That was part of it. I was like, ooh, I have that lace. Because I saw this sneaker. I did want it. I did legit really want it. But I was disappointed that they didn't have more hits of green anywhere. Because there's all this detail that you don't see, which I admittedly don't mind because I don't love all the detail on the 6.
Yeah, I kind of don't either. I like
it as a
this.
black on black.
I like the infrared a little better. I think eventually I'll probably get the infrareds.
But like there's like some other ones where it's like the underneath hole
Yeah, like the
parts are
carmine.
like
Isn't it the carmine that's like white and red?
you probably scroll down on that and we could see it. Yeah, like the denim one or like any of those other ones. Or even the white on white, you can kind of see the detailing
Yeah.
where it's contrasted. I like this better as just like a all black.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it needed more color. Like just black on black. It just
Yeah, like the lace swap. That's what you're talking about. Is that the lace swap kind of kicks it up a notch?
Yeah, like I almost would have done this reversed, but I'm sure my guess is they had a really hard time color matching like this paint with this plasticky thing.
Yeah.
With this plasticky thing, and then like, but I would have liked to have seen this reversed.
Oh, and that be a bright green with the Jumpman being black.
Exactly. And the other piece is I wanted to see. I think they should have done the Jumpman like this
on the back.
Because it's black on black. So when I blow this back out, when I blow the back out on these things, you know, I'm just saying these are little details I would have liked to have seen, kind of like how they did on these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those definitely have more fun details.
Yeah, they like got so much crap. Like I think this one's literally green. It's literally the right color.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
it's
that.
literally the right color.
Literally. And then they did like a little
like a shadow behind
on it. Yeah.
Of a darker green.
Wow, I actually do wear these, so they are kind of dirty.
You wear those a lot. I've seen you wearing them a lot.
I like them.
Oh,
They're
good.
fun.
Glad we got you those then.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have gotten them. I don't know if I would have bought them. But why I like these is this. Boom.
Yeah,
that don't hurt.
of
That
them
little
isn't-
back cut is
Yeah.
so nice. And there's not a lot of, except for the 5, there's not a lot of, you know, that's my main complaint about the highs and why I wear the mids is that like the highs that I have, I don't want to spoil it too much because that's an upcoming episode.
That's okay. I'm spoiling an
But,
upcoming
like-
episode way worse right now.
But
so.
like in the car,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
yeah,
like
no, the Jordan 1 highs.
when you're doing, I'm complaining about this movement, but like it's fine for a little bit, but all day, like by the end of the
Yeah, all
day,
day,
I'm
definitely-
like, I got like a thing in the back, and I'm just like, I don't know, not worth it to me.
No.
My feet hurt enough already in most
Yeah,
sneakers,
fair enough.
so I don't need extra places.
Yeah, I am breaking our rule of shoes
That's
that
fine.
we've done an episode about. But I
We've-
do feel like I'm
Kinda
kind of bending the rule.
I know.
Because technically our first ever episode
I
was
kind
about
of
these.
want to unmake it private,
Yeah.
like just unprivate because it's a decent episode.
It actually is. I've watched it, and I was like, this
It's
is-
only like
it's
15
kinda
or
fun.
20 minutes or
No, I
something.
thought it was like
Is it?
40.
Oh,
It's like
I thought it
30
was
or
really
40.
short.
No,
But-
we've managed to ramble about some bullshit.
I'll have to edit it with like the intro and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that as like a throwback
Yeah, that'd be a fun
episode.
one.
or just a throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday.
You know, so we can use a hashtag or whatever.
Hashtag.
Hashtag it
Yeah,
up.
now if somebody's finding a podcast using the Throwback Thursday hashtag, that's a weird person.
It is.
But I'd
Dude,
love to have them in our audience
you know-
because I am accepting of all.
Yeah, we're accepting all types.
But yeah, mostly I wore these because they go with these shorts pretty well.
do.
These multicolored.
And they still
Adidas
look like
shorts.
to me that they would glow in the dark, but they do
They
not.
kind of do. You know what else is? There's barely any left, but I used to wear these with like raw denim, and the like blue from the denim bled onto
Oh,
this, and so it made it kind of like you can see there's a little bluish tint
yeah.
that made it even more glow looking.
Now, as somebody that just traveled recently,
Yeah.
these would be the best
These are the
travel
best airport shoes.
airport.
I've worn
Not
these on
not just in
planes.
general, but like the best sneaker. I got to put this like sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Traveling shoe.
100%.
Because I was just like slip-ons, and then I was in the airport and like super bummed because I just saw people just wearing so much heat, and I was like, well, I didn't want to have to like. I mean, you guys just saw how hard it was for me to put this shoe back
I've
on.
worn these
Like-
exact shoes on the plane. I've worn other 350s on a plane.
I saw a lot of 350s on the
350s
plane.
are
Plain shoes.
the airport shoe
I did
of choice.
see some of the foam runners as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that is very much
That's an airport shoe.
that's like that's some shit where those go. They just like pair perfectly with a pair of not joggers. What are the lazy
Sweatpants?
joggers? Like
Just
sleepy joggers.
Fat guy sweatpants,
Like,
just
what's
gray
the sleepies? There's the
pajamas?
yeah, pajama pants,
night pants.
nighttime pants. Where you're just like those are not for public consumption.
Yeah, you're might be kind of a piece of garbage.
Yeah, they
if
go-
you're wandering around in damn pajamas in an airport.
like
What are
some
you doing?
Dr. Pepper, or like my favorite is the that video game that you like, Call of Duty. The Call of Duty sweatpants. It's just like, oh, you definitely got that from Walmart, and B, like, I don't know, you're like, yeah, I like play this game. I'm a gamer.
I like sit on my couch a lot, dude.
Yeah, these are perfect.
Like couches is where I'm kind of. That's my thing, dude. I like
pants.
my couch a lot.
No, dude, someone that has those pants probably has a gaming chair.
Oh God. Yeah, and they game on their PC that they built for $2,000.
They're Alienware.
No,
is that the name of the
Alienware is like Dell's gaming computer brand.
Okay, I didn't know. I think
Dell owns them, but like, no, those dorks they'll like.
It does look like a center console for like a spaceship, though.
It does. They're kind of cool looking.
Like the Honda Odyssey would have that.
Exactly, it would be a minivan, just a new minivan.
It definitely looks like the center console for the Honda Odyssey.
You're right.
I do remember that when
minivans have weird looking.
Interiors. My aunt picked us up from the airport in one, in like some old. It was a Dodge one, and it was just bizarre. I mean, like
where everything is confusing.
Like
the shifter.
The shifter was this
dash.
big thing in the dash. Yeah,
it's like up here. You're just like clunk.
Yeah, it's just like, and it didn't have any description of, I don't know, and it had this like maze you had to bring it through.
Yep.
Like, wait, why is drive all the way through some corners? Like, nope, that's neutral. Nope, that's reverse.
Yeah, you're doing. Yeah, it's silly.
You're doing like a little puzzle.
And then they have like the captain's chairs or whatever, and the chairs slide back and forth and up and down and twist around and shit. They're kind of useful. Like, they're very useful.
They're definitely going out of style, though. They're not really making
They've been
much.
out of style, but they really are the vehicle that most people with an SUV should have.
Oh, absolutely.
Like people that have a Suburban.
They have like they're not great in the snow, but they have like decent.
They make them with all-wheel drive, so they
ground clearance.
Those would be decent in the snow.
But
the other thing about them is they build them to be able to like move with a full like 8 people. Oh, so if you have an empty minivan, they're actually kind of fast.
They're kind of zippy.
Like
That's
they
funny.
got a 300 horsepower like V6 or something, so they actually move because they're just an empty box, and because they're not like an SUV, they're kind of streamlined.
Okay.
So I think like an empty minivan is almost a sleeper. Like they actually kind of move.
That's so funny. What if minivans just like somehow like kind of like the Monarchs, like they just
suddenly become the car to have, like Travis Scott buys a fucking Dodge Grand Caravan.
No, he does a collab with them. There's the cacti.
The Cactus Caravan.
The Cactus Caravan. The Dodge Cactus.
The Dodge Cacti.
And it just has like his logo on the back. It's got a bunch of shit. It has like a stupid sound system.
Yeah.
Like it's got like tweeters that are like
instead of a third row seat, it just has 9 subwoofers.
9 subwoofers and like massive tweeters, like the parts of the song, and you're like able to hear parts of his songs that you didn't even know existed, and it comes preloaded with one of his albums.
It just it has a CD drive that they haven't put in a car for 10 years, just so that one of Travis. Oh, it's in the MP3.
No, it's built in.
It's like that album that Apple downloaded on everybody's
every
phone.
time you turn it on, it plays the album like as the default. You have to switch to your iPhone.
No, I think as soon as you push the button to turn it on, it just goes, "It's lit."
Yeah, it's lit. It's lit. Oh my god! And they would sell so many. Don't you think they would sell like a lot of them,
dude? A whole bunch of idiots would be buying minivans.
Would you be thinking about it?
No.
I wouldn't.
No, I still
then they would have like the leather would be like nubuck. It would be like not nubuck, but like suede. It would be suede seats.
I mean, minivans are comfortable anyway, and you can get a spec'd up one, and they're like a full blown luxury car.
Oh my god!
A minivan is. I feel kind of about it like a crossover. Like objectively, it's a great vehicle to own.
Yeah.
But I don't want it.
It's true. I understand.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Objectively, the vehicle I own is dumb.
I Great. No, it is. That's why
It's big and square and
don't.
gets 18 miles to the gallon,
Right.
but I like it because
Yeah.
it's cool.
I mean,
So.
I saw a Chevy Colorado. I really like that car that truck for some reason. I like the way it looks.
I
but
like the Colorado
it's
over
just like
the Ranger.
it
I was looking at a Ranger on the
so
street
dumb.
yesterday, and I really don't like the way the Ranger looks.
Very similar. I go back and forth on the Ranger. I'm not gonna get one. I don't think, but I go back and forth on that one.
Yeah.
But I was like, that Colorado's not bad. I don't know.
It's kind of cool. They got like their top trim one, the like ZR2 or whatever, is pretty sweet. It comes with a little diesel, and it's like a full off road. Like the approach angle is really nice. They like delete the bottom half of the front bumper, so it's like and put big wheels on it and stuff.
Okay.
Some guy that lives in my building has one.
Oh, that's cool.
I hear it coming in and out of the garage all the time.
All right, I'm gonna bring it back to the sneakers because I did have
Absolutely.
more to say about this one. I realized
what else?
this was the first time I did the bidding for it.
Oh yeah, did you get
So
these
I
on StockX or
I
Goat?
got them on StockX, and I bid on them. I got them for.
What did you bid?
I believe I bid. I got them for like 210 or something like that.
Because right
So I
now it looks
saved-
like they're going for 224 in a size 10.
Yeah. So I mean it's weird. They actually have gone down since this morning because when I looked, they were 230 this morning.
Oh wow. Volatile day.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They like. So I got them for. So they retail for 190 though. So I don't feel like I felt like 210 plus shipping. I ended up all in. I think I spent. I don't know, like 235 or something like that on them.
That's not bad.
Which is the most I've spent on sneakers. I think
Oh really?
somewhere in there, maybe 300 on a pair of like these kinds of sneakers. I've bought other shoes that are more, but
Yeah.
I'm happy with them. I'm excited. These aren't ones I'm gonna blow the back out on though. Definitely not gonna blow the back out on these bitches. These are gonna be more kind of a special occasion,
Like a stand-up stage shoe, or
yeah. They're hard to match like outfit wise though. That was something that I didn't really think about because I don't have a lot of. I have like one shirt that has green like this in it. But I mean, I could just not even worry about that and just wear like gray or like.
yeah, you could wear a more neutral colored outfit and then have those, and that'd be cool.
Yeah. So
Maybe get a hat with that color.
Oh yeah. That would be good. That would be fun. And then it's tops and bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could work. But
yeah,
even like
I
a hat
think
like
those
this
would be
work.
good stage shoes.
They're fun. And yeah, the biggest thing is I like this. It doesn't make any sense, but there's like elements of this that I love, and that's why I wanted a pair. But like,
What elements do you love the most?
I love the sole. I think it's a really sick, cool. It just like reminds me of like, it's a very 80s feel to it. The bubble, I don't know, whatever that is going on.
Like the zigzaggy lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of does have that like
it like that fly girl, like parachute pants.
Sure, yeah.
Kind of feel to it. And then I really like the way this stuff is, and I like these little hits in here. I love this heel tab thing.
Yeah.
It's a harder plastic than I was expecting, a little bit more sturdy.
I definitely think like the 6,
The neoprene tongue I love, and
6,
I love
7,
this.
and 8.
This little like grab part where it like stretches.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They have the tongue. The tongue from this is on the Spizikes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I do kind of like this little lace protector.
Yeah.
That's neat. This neoprene with the stitching on it.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's the Spizike that has this as well.
Oh, okay.
The Spizike just has like the tongue from this, but then it doesn't have this thingy.
That little doodad.
It has the one from here. This one.
Oh, yeah, I like that one better. That one is.
But then the
way
Spizike has
big
more
and
of this.
obnoxious.
Has this shape, but has the 4 little like wing on it.
Yeah, they
but
kind of
fits
did
more like this.
the 4, 5, and 6 and smash those together to make the Spizike.
Like there might be some elements of the 3 that are like really subdued that you're not going to notice.
Yeah, I feel like the 6, the 7, and the 8 are all kind of similar. Like they seem like the 6 evolved to the 7, evolved to the 8. But I feel like the 6 is by far the best looking of those 3.
Yeah.
Like the 7 and 8 kind of suck.
Do you know
my
like
opinion.
the 5?
I'm not the biggest fan of the 5.
Yeah.
I like the 5 and the 6 for me are kind of in the same. Like I probably will end up with a pair at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't care that much.
Yeah. They started doing a little bit extra holes, and I don't know. There's like you can lace them more weird if you wanted to. Probably should have done that. Oh well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a pair of 11s before I get a pair of 5s or 6s.
I can't remember what the 11. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the Space Jam or the
Space
Concorde.
Jam. Yeah, those are pretty hot right now too. So.
Yeah.
Oh man, cool. This is the first time we've stalled out. Sorry, there's something in
we're
my
stalling.
eyeball.
That's
because
okay.
we're doing 2 back-to-back.
We are. We really are. We don't have a ton to talk about. I guess
nothing
we can
happened
talk
through
about
the
the
week.
reason we're doing 2 back-to-back, which is I'm going to Montana for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're trying
doing
to
some hunting.
make sure we have a little extra content.
And it's just so hot. I've been kind of brain dead, honestly. This is giving me flashbacks of this is what it's like living in the summer in Las Vegas. Yeah. So like where you're like your AC works in your car, but it just is like it works 2 inches away from the vent.
Yeah, I feel
if you're in the back seat, you're just SOL.
Yeah, I feel like I pass on that. I might be a northern guy.
I think I am. There's stuff that I miss about Vegas. Like, it was cool when people came to visit. Like, it was the coolest place for that because there's so much to do. And there's so much that you can take people to do because that's the whole. I mean, it's just like it's almost like living at adult Disneyland, you know, like even and then like I knew all of the like cool other things.
Yeah, you knew the non-tourist shit. The like
but it's still touristy shit. But it's like
it's not the mainstream, not the stuff you'll find on the first page of Google when you're in Vegas for a day. And you're like, what do I do in Vegas?
Yeah, and it's. The weird thing about let's just talk about Vegas. So one of the weird things about Vegas that people don't understand is stuff is so spread out. It's not like a normal city. And then it's in the summer. It's so hot out. You can't really walk. Like you can get there, but you're going to have to take a Lyft or Uber
100 to 120 like every day, right?
It's just And so it's set up to like stay in the casino and not leave, and they're all their own like ecosystem. They have everything you would want.
Yeah.
And they do that on purpose. And it's almost like being in an airport, honestly.
Yeah. Because I've been there once, but for like literally a day.
Yeah.
And we walked through some casinos and we went to a mall. And then like that's all we did.
The part that always fascinated me is just like it's just a lot of the same thing. It's just there's a palm tree next to you instead of a sphinx or whatever. You know, it's just like it's the same machines. It's the same couple of gambling games, but like, I don't know, the colors are slightly different, but everything is still exactly the same.
It's all the same experience, just 20 different people selling the same basic experience.
Just kind of copy pasted and like color swapped. That's it. That's most of what Vegas is. But then outside of it, there's other things that you can do. And like I could take you to some really cool spots and some interesting things.
Yeah. No, I definitely would be down
But
to
all
go
of it's
there.
like, it's all like Portland ripoff stuff that I realized the stuff that I thought was like really cool. It's like there's a cool donut place. So Portland's got like 4 of those.
Yeah.
That it's just ripping off. It's essentially like, it's like a combination between Voodoo Donuts and Blue Star.
Ooh,
like it's a little bit more upscale.
More upscale than Voodoo.
But they do some weird stuff like
goofy.
put cereal on it. You know? Like they put candy on top of it.
Yeah.
But like then they do like seasonal donuts and they do daily donuts. Like there's this one donut you can get. God, what is it called? What's the donut place called? The Donut Bar, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
But they spell it the long way you say don't. I realize there's 2 different.
D-O-U-G-A.
Yeah. The like fancy way. They do one. They do like a creme brulee donut that's pretty good. And they do a what is it called? It's like a French toast donut.
Oh, okay.
But they only do it on Sundays.
Okay. Yeah, Blue Star does that kind of stuff. Like the creme brulee, I've definitely had that donut at Blue Star where they hit it with the little torch or whatever. It's got the hard sugar on top.
Yeah. the caramelized sugar on top.
But yeah, Blue Star's mad expensive.
But
it's like $4 for a damn donut.
yeah, that's what this place, the donut bar, is like that. But I just found myself, I would take people to all those things, which is funny thinking about back on it. It's like,
speaking of those kind of things, I took a walk last night. Not a lot of restaurants even open, but the ones that were, it was all indoor. Like nobody was eating outdoors because it was 95 degrees out, even at like 8:30 at night. Salt and Straw, line out the door.
Oh,
people were definitely wanting expensive ice cream. Obviously,
I got some Salt and Straw in my freezer. I should. I've been kind of just going through my freezer and just eating things. It's just like frozen broccoli. Hell yeah!
Like, I want cold.
You know, for dinner, I'm just gonna have frozen broccoli with frozen peas.
Not even gonna thaw it.
Like maybe a frozen hot dog. I ain't turning on my oven. Are you kidding me? It's already hot enough in here. Yeah. I'm not joking. I was eating cold broccoli and popsicles.
You were eating straight up frozen broccoli?
Yeah, because I was tired of like I had a popsicle and I ate some candy and like I had some
you
sweet
needed something that
beverages.
Had some semblance of nutrition.
I wanted something savory, but I wanted it to be cold. So I just ate some frozen broccoli. It was, you know what?
That's resourceful.
You know what, Nick? It was awesome. Actually,
was it refreshing?
I had to lick it like a popsicle and like melt it. I felt like I was a dog or something. Like I'm just gnawing at this broccoli,
chomping on a frozen piece of broccoli. It was
dude, it was great. I'd recommend it. I wish I had more frozen things to chew on.
I do have frozen vegetables in my freezer. I probably won't take your recommendation. Just to be completely honest with you.
And I really wanted frozen like blueberries or raspberries or something like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, just a big old bowl of that. Ooh, baby, that's perfect.
I might have some of that tonight. That's a good idea.
I'm just like, it's weird because Portland's just not set up for this hotness.
No.
Like my apartment is pretty much, it's weird. It's very similar layout and everything to my apartment in Vegas. But that one had central air. So
yeah. No, it's definitely like Portland. They've started putting AC and stuff, but it was recently. Like my apartment doesn't have it. We talked about this last week, but like, yeah, they just kind of don't. Well, literally yesterday was a world record, a Portland record, and now today's beating it.
Can we talk about something else though? Like, it's the same thing. We kind of already talked about it. Like, I was like, all the AC units are sold out. This happens every year. How does this keep happening? Like,
people are dumb.
Like, do they throw them away? In wintertime, they just throw them away?
You know what happens?
Why does everyone need them?
Because people move here a lot.
Okay.
I'd be willing to bet this is all people who moved here in the past year.
So today, that happened. That's what happened to me. I moved here. I was like, I don't need an AC unit. Yeah. I'm good. And then it was like 100. It was like 95 for a straight week. And I was like, and I worked at home at that time. And I was like, yeah.
That's what I did last year.
Do this.
What I did last year was, I moved to my apartment in like September. So by that point, it was hot in my apartment, but only for like a week, and it was like 40 at night, so I would just open the windows and blast it. And I was working at the office when I moved there. The place I lived before, my bedroom was in the basement.
Yes, you
so it was just lovely.
Yeah.
But then last summer I was working at home, and we had our first like 80-degree week, and it started getting toasty. I was like, nope, AC. Ordered one up that week. Literally like a week later, it got crazy hot. And I had the AC, and that's the week that they sold out. And I was like, I nailed it.
Because I moved here, it was similar. I moved here, I was in denial. I went almost like half a week, and then I was just like, I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't even work. I was just like, I gotta get one. And then they were sold out everywhere. But then I kind of just like did some searching, and I found one in in like McMinnville. So I just drove there. Yeah. And got it. And when I got it, I bought like one of the last ones, and there was just like people. Every single person that was walking out,
somebody saw your AC, and they're like, "Dude, are there more of those?"
And I was like, "There's like 2 more," and then my hand was forced. So like the one I have, I feel like I got one that's like pretty powerful because I had to spend like $700 on it because there was nothing else.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm already driven out here. Whatever, I have to get one.
Yeah.
And I was ready to do that today.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll go. And then he's like, yeah, there's none within 100 miles at any, like, and I was just like, ugh. And I looked at like farm supply stores and I was like, all right, well, I'm just SOL for now. I might just order one. I don't know. We'll see. But it was just it's just like, why is it that this happens every year? And then I was kicking myself on the way home today because literally I went golfing with David and we had this other guy and he had just moved here.
This morning?
No, this was a while ago.
Yeah,
I tried to golf on Friday. I finished the bucket, but like, whoo, baby. I wasn't wearing my glasses. I brought a towel and I brought ice water. Like I put ice cubes in a water bottle, knowing that I was like, it's only going to be like 75, so we'll be fine. Halfway through, I was and then I was like getting fatigued. It was not fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy was just like, golf's best in the 80s. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm thinking about the like year, not the temp. And then like a little while later, I'm hitting the ball and then my brain is like, oh, like, yeah.
He's talking about temperature.
He's talking about temperature. But the guy that we were golfing with was just like, any recommendations for, someone who just moved here? I was like, yeah, go buy an AC unit and go buy an air filter. Like right now.
Like an air purifier.
Yeah.
For when
I'm like,
the smoke
it's
comes?
not cold. It's not hot out yet. And it's not, I'm like, I don't know, maybe get some toilet paper too. Like, cause people here just don't prepare at all. And then they just mad dash for things. And it happens all the time. And every year, the AC thing happens, but mine's just like not working. So that's why I wanted, I was kind of, it's like, it'll be okay. It's like, but I bought a bunch of fans and I bought a bunch of air filters. So I have like 4 air purifiers now.
Yeah, no, I
have them like for every room.
I've had an air purifier forever because like my mom bought one for me when I was like a kid because she thought it would fix my asthma and it didn't, or my allergies or some shit.
Yeah.
But it helps with that. And so I have that HEPA filter. So that was money when it got smoky last year.
Yeah.
So I have that already. And I have the AC. I've thought about getting a second one.
AC or a second?
Second AC.
Oh,
I had a second air purifier.
No, I'm going to get a second AC. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get it right now, but I will eventually.
But honestly, the way I've got it set up right now, like if it gets painfully hot, I can just put it in my room, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I think.
Yeah.
Just move it back and forth.
I should probably do that because David doesn't live in our apartment anymore.
Yeah, you're right. David kind of moved out, but he still pays the rent, which is, in my opinion, the best roommate.
It kind
of all
is
time.
a good deal. I mean, like he's not here today. Like we're like slowly breaking up, is what I'm like the other day we did a podcast, and then like. You were surprised. I was like, dude, I've only seen David during the podcast recording. That's in the like week that I've been back.
That's so
we've
funny.
both been back. But I wanted to write a joke about this, but it's not that good. So I'm like, I'm just going to burn it here.
I feel like
I saw a dude. I witnessed some stuff on the airplane that I thought was really funny. I don't know. Maybe if this is hilarious, I'll use it as a joke. So whatever. But there was, how like when you're on the airplane, everyone's kind of like keeping to themselves and like not trying not to touch each other or whatever. And then like if you're with dudes, it's like homophobic. It's like it's Pride Month. Why are we doing this? Hey,
I feel like I do that with everyone, dude. It's not as much that. It's just that.
Dude,
I
definitely creeped this guy out on the last flight, and he said something because I had only one headphone in, so I think he thought I had both headphones in, and he said something along the lines of like, "I can't wait." He didn't say a slur, but he's like, I can't wait to get off this plane so this something stops touching me. And I was like, I'm the only one touching you. Like I deduced, and I was just like, I'm going to try and forget this. But he was definitely uncomfortable. Like, cause I like we were kind of holding our arms apart, and then I was just like, I give up, like whatever.
I'm like,
I can't anymore. And he was pretty nice looking feller as well. Like he was a big muscly guy, so it was just like
there just wasn't room for him on a regular plane seat.
Yeah,
That's the problem
absolutely.
With regular, with like the.
It's like, what, you expect me to sit like this? No,
dude, economy seats are like this wide.
Go.
Like,
yeah, and his girl was big too.
I'm about as big as you can be and fit in an economy seat, and even have a chance of not touching people.
Yeah.
And I have to sit like this. You know, like I got to make myself skinnier.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, if I man spread on an economy seat, we're making new friends.
I mean, he was just weird, and he like sat like this for like the second half of the plane to like, and was like holding himself away from me, basically. And I wasn't still touching him. I was just like, I don't know. I was just relaxed.
He sounds like a fucking
But he was
idiot.
like, just like a wide, he wasn't a, like, he was like a fit guy,
was
like a
just
big
a
muscly guy.
big
Like
dude.
goes like doesn't skip leg, arm, chest, or side day. I don't know.
That's all he does. Is
he does all the
he
days.
goes to the gym
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, definitely
Bro.
a gym guy. And so it's his own fault for being too big.
Yeah, fuck him.
Because
Having
he
fucking
did that
muscles.
to himself.
Loser.
He packed those muscles on, and it's his own fault. I blame him.
Yeah.
But
Fucking quit going to GNC.
yeah, quit
Need all that
bulking up.
protein. Anyway.
Anyway, you sit on the plane and you kind of pretend not to look at each other's screens and
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're doing. But I don't know about you, but I'm peeking
I'll
a
take a
lot.
look.
I'm taking a look. But this guy across the hallway,
Yeah, across the hall.
Across
in
the hall.
In the other classroom.
one seat up,
Yeah.
and I have like, you know, you get a perfect view of what they're doing, and I'm like, I was like, what is he doing? I was trying to figure out what he was doing. He was like reading a document of some kind, and it had a heading on the top, and I was like, it said Venmo, and I was just like, what? Long Venmo. Dude was reading the Venmo terms of service. He read the whole thing. The whole flight, he just read on his phone the Venmo terms of service.
How bored do you gotta be? This guy's been bored so many times.
Was he a lawyer? Gonna say, no, I have some thoughts.
Oh yeah, you're right. He
I'll
could
sign
have been.
it if you, I'll accept if you change a couple
Perhaps
things.
he was an intellectual property lawyer, and he had a client who was building a competing app. He represents Cash App, and he's trying to figure out how to fuck over Venmo. Is that
I don't know, but this dude read for like
the
an
whole
hour.
terms of service of Venmo?
Oh, for the whole, and I was like, is he reading it? And it was just like, no, he was like
He was
scrolling at
going
the amount of time that it would
with
take.
A fine-tooth
I mean,
comb, like,
yeah,
highlighting shit in Adobe.
like, he wasn't highlighting shit. He was just reading the whole thing.
Fascinating.
I was just wondering, it's like, does this guy just sit and read the terms of service on the airplane? Like,
I wish I knew a guy
you have
like
a
that.
phone that can do anything, and you're gonna read the thing that everybody skips.
The one thing when you were sitting in the terminal, you're like, I don't want to pay for Wi-Fi on the plane. I'm gonna download something to read, and you have the whole world worth of shit to download, and you choose the terms of service.
I wonder if it's just on there.
Venmo.
The Venmo, because I was like, what is on the because it had the Venmo top. It took me a second to figure out what he was reading.
The terms
I was like,
of service. Who?
What a
This
weirdo.
is a fascinating man.
He is old enough that he might be somebody that would like read that kind of stuff, you know?
Oh, like in his 60s or 70s?
Yeah, like an old guy.
Yeah, maybe he's
So at first
just
I thought he was reading a
voracious
book,
reader.
but
and
then-
he's read everything else that's ever been written, and this was the last thing left. He's like, these are the only words that are in a specific order that I haven't seen in that order yet.
He should put that on his dating profile. Like, I'm a reader, and by that I mean I read
I've read
everything and
that's
anything.
ever been written. To the point that I brought the Venmo terms of service onto a plane.
He had to download it.
What the fuck?
I know. Like, what a boring person. Like, I couldn't think of a more, like, I don't know. I'd rather just stare at the seat in front of me
Yeah.
than read through
How
that.
afraid are you to be alone with your thoughts that you're reading the fucking terms of service of a money sending app?
I mean, we all really...
What's in the terms? Who cares? Send money, get money. That's it.
I do sometimes wonder, like,
Your
when
buddy
I'm
buys
skipping
you
it.
a sandwich, you push a button and now he has money for the sandwich.
But, okay, so let's...
That's it.
All jokes aside...
Yeah.
We
What
don't
could
read
be-
anything that we sign these
Right.
like legal things to use stuff. We don't look at them
So
at all.
are we
So much
spitballing
that we
hypothetical
are
worst-case
clowning on
scenarios?
somebody that is being responsible.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
But
you
you know
idiot,
what?
skip it and just start sending
No,
money.
Fuck this nerd. I gotta see what the terms of service is.
Have you ever read any
No.
part of it?
I don't give a shit. Do you?
I've tried to read some of them to just be like, kind of get an idea. It's like the video game ones. I'm like, what am I acknowledging? I just want to know sort of what it's all about like fair use. It's all online stuff. And then like, I think there's like some copyright stuff. I don't even know.
Yeah, you see, I've never even...
The thing that it makes you scroll through before you can play your game, it just seems kind of silly to me.
You hold the
We didn't
down
do that.
arrow till it hits the bottom because you can't click accept when it's at the top.
Yeah, you have to scroll through it.
Yeah.
But when I do that, I'm like, what am I... I'm sure there's like those movies or those like new Twilight Zones where they like...
It's always like a sitcom thing. Like in one episode, some guy gets in a ridiculous scenario and like, did you read the terms of service? He's like, no, of course not. No one's ever read that ever.
I bet you though. No, that's not true. This guy on the plane.
This one guy on a plane.
Like he would be obnoxious. You're like trying to play a video game. It's like, no. We got to read this whole thing.
I feel like I want a person like that in my crew.
That reads it?
Yeah.
I know. And then they can tell you.
I don't hang out with them a lot, but
I just want them to be around to be like, ooh.
I feel like, though, that's an easy person to get in your crew because no one wants to hang. You throw them 5 minutes worth of attention, and now you have everything read for you. Yeah. You text them like once a month, and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize my phone could even get texts anymore. My mom doesn't even text me. Thank you so much. You just be like, dude, what am I signing up for with my phone?
But then
I got an iPhone, and they're like, oh, I'll get right on that.
Yeah. What's the terms of service for Call of Duty?
Yeah. No, I feel like
I felt like a lot of it was like online or the online community stuff is what it tends to be.
Yeah, there's
I've
probably
skimmed
stuff
it just
in
a
there
little
like
bit.
you can get banned for these reasons,
Right?
And
it's like.
We're also not on the hook
For
if
anything.
Some 12-year-old in
calls
Nebraska,
you a twat.
Yeah, yells every slur ever. Literally Googles slurs and reads the list. We're not. We do not condone what 12-year-olds yell at Call of Duty. That is not on us. That's what I would write into Call of Duty's terms of service is like when people shout profanities
and homophobic slurs
and anything slurs because it's really the Wild West. I think it's a lot less now, but like 10 years ago, I don't know if you ever were on the internet 10 years ago on video games, but it was.
I remember. No, I was
hilarious.
I was a part of the problem.
I think
I'm glad
ever was a part of the problem. 10 years ago, everybody was just yelling random, crazy,
my
profane
favorite
shit.
thing was to go over to my friend's house and they'd be playing like Halo online. And I would have the headset. I wasn't playing.
You weren't playing, but you were just yelling horrific things at people.
Yeah, I was just coming up with just so many things that now would get me super canceled.
Right.
Like just racist, homophobic, like just
the
horrible.
List.
All of them. Where my friends would have to be like, pause and be like,
what the
dude,
fuck?
you're going to get me kicked off of this. It was... I didn't mean any of it. I just was drunk. And...
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody, I feel like most people have yelled something horrific at Call of Duty or at a video game.
Yeah.
I was never a headset guy. So I don't think
Me neither. This happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest. I got drunk. I did it one time.
You did it once. And
then they never allowed me to do it again. I was that good.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't, and it wasn't that racist. It was just more like, I think it wasn't racism. It was more sexist and more.
Well, that's just fine.
And
that's
more
good, clean fun.
And I would just you know what's funny is you could still say some of the things that I said because it would be like really. I would just like cut them really deep, like emotional, and break them down.
Yeah. Yeah,
that way.
I'm sure it really stung.
Like, oh yeah.
When a phantom voice named what was your
I have
friend's
no
name?
idea.
Something 69
with like a big number, like 1272.
Fucking
Knickerbockers.
I smoke dank 420. When I smoke dank 420 yells like your mom is ugly, but I fucked her anyway. Then like that, that really hurts so much. Like, oh darn, I smoked dank 420, fucked my mom. Duh. I'm sure you did. I smoked dank 420. Boy, are you the man.
Yeah.
Fucking sitting in your beanbag chair, you loser.
I'm now afraid to go. Like, I don't feel good enough to go on those things. I've never been skilled enough to like play online.
I enjoy when people
play
are
a
mean
lot,
to you
but,
online. I think it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody really uses the headsets on the PS3 anymore because, like, 9 people still own one, and I'm one of those people.
And you can't plug them into, like, the controller, or could you?
I have no idea. I think I had one that was Bluetooth, and I tried to hook it up once, and it didn't work because it was $2 on Amazon, and I was like, well, if this doesn't work, then I guess I'm going to continue playing silently.
See, I have a headset, but that's, like, mostly so I could just play video games.
And not bother your roommates?
Yeah. My roommates. David.
Well, your sequence of roommates.
Yeah.
But like
and it is an interesting fun experience to get. It's like real surround sound.
Oh yeah. I've never really done that. I've always
I just don't have the actual
I'll like turn the
headset
volume down like relatively quiet and then just listen to a podcast and just game.
You know what's really crazy? I've done the headset, but also listened to a podcast in one of the ears.
Earbuds under the headset?
Because I need to hear a little bit of what's going on. Because like in some of the games, it's like you got to know if there's a monster or whatever, because the music changes or there's like sounds that tell you.
Yeah.
That shit's going down.
No, I think the funniest thing now is people will literally like. It's either if I play really shitty and I lose the match for our team, or if I play good and they're mad at me. Every now and then, somebody will literally take time out of their life to use the PlayStation controller to type out a message and send it to me. And it always generally still has a homophobic slur in it. and
listen here, gay wad.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's
you
like
butt pirate. I'm trying to think of some like silly, cute ones.
Either that or they'll send me like a friend request. I had a guy send a friend request and then like I didn't even see it. And then I went into my messages and I see friend request from random person. And then like 2 minutes later, I didn't want your ass as a friend anyway. Fuck you.
Wow.
I was like, wow. And it was fuck spelled F-U-K.
Oh,
and I was like, I didn't.
Fook.
Yeah, exactly. It's like my friends know how to spell fuck off. But like.
Fook off, dude.
I didn't message the guy back, obviously, because I'm busy.
Yeah.
And by busy, I mean I have anything at all to do ever.
Well,
I had a walk to take.
Who knows, dude? Maybe like when I had Xbox 360 degrees.
Yeah.
It and here's why I will not be an Xbox man. They went 360, then 1.
Now
done.
X.
Now X. Nope. Done. Let's stop. I can't do it. I refuse. Just on the naming principle alone, I'm not going to be an Xbox guy. Plus, all the games are all the same anyways. There's like 2 games that are Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, no, their numbers,
who cares?
Their numbering doesn't make sense. PlayStation really nailed it.
Yeah, they nailed it. 1, 2, 3.
Then the 2, then the 3, then the 4, and now the 5.
Yeah, what are they going to do next? Ooh, I hope they do the Jordan, or they could just do the Apple thing.
They might do the Apple thing. They'll skip 9. For some reason, they'll go all the way to 8. They'll skip 9.
And just come into
10 the X, and then they'll go right back to numbering them again.
I think
11 and 12.
I think that Apple is just a 2-pump chump. They just came too fast. They were just like, 10. Like, we're so close. I'm so close. We ain't got no time for 9s.
We've been doing buttons for so long, and this one doesn't have buttons. It's got to be an even number.
It's got to be the 10. The X is so cool.
It scans your face.
Nobody cared about the Xbox numbering system. Let's just do this. Steve Jobs is dead.
Fuck you, Microsoft. We can make dumb numbers too. All right. Well, I've got a question for you, Bjorn.
What's up, dude?
So let's say that kid, you really cut him to the core, and he's like, God damn it, I smoked dank 420.
Yeah.
Fucked my mom.
Okay.
I'm going to figure out who this
Fooked him?
son of a bitch is. He fooked my mom. F-U-K'd my mom.
Which is like almost like racist sounding.
Fook.
Like you're using a bad accent. What if you just spelled phonetically? I'm sorry. Keep going.
Okay, well, I didn't mean it to be racist.
I know.
I apologize to whoever it may or may not have offended.
Okay.
Bjorn said it. Bjorn's a very hateful man.
It was me.
No, anyway, this guy tracks down I Smoke Dank 420, and it's one of your friends, but apparently not a good friend because he snitches you out.
Yeah,
and this young man, he was 12, now he's 15, and he comes... He's very frustrated. He's been in the basement. He's been on a beanbag chair, just simmering. His anger's been simmering.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got this son of a bitch. This guy fucked my mom. And he finds your apartment. Bucket does not defend you at all.
Nope.
Bucket runs away. And he's like, he sees those shoes, and he's like, those look like the kind of shoes that this guy might have fucked my mom in.
Yep. I ain't taking these off.
And he takes them. Because he wants to show his mom and be like, you recognize these? You fucking slut.
Okay.
This guy's got problems with women for sure.
Yeah.
He calls his mom a slut. He's not a good person.
Yeah.
He's stealing shoes. Anyway, insurance is like, this is a ridiculous scenario, and we want to post about it on our social media because we'll get followers.
Yeah.
And so they hook you up
We're
with
Progressive Insurance.
Yeah, they give you $224 plus shipping.
Yeah.
You getting these again?
I think so, dude. I think I am.
They're even replacing the laces.
Yeah, they're even going to replace the lace swap that I did. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I really like these. I'm very stoked on these. Also, like, it's hard to say with these questions, like, where we do this, because it's just like, I'm still stoked on them, you know? It's like, I don't know. I'm still really hyped on these, and I haven't worn them out of the house. I walked around the house, and
yeah, they look pretty clean.
I didn't even really crease the
soles
toe. I like lifted off of my. I walked like weird, like.
You just kind of flat-footed.
Do you ever just go to a shoe store and crease all the toes?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Just like go and just like take a knee, like Colin Kaepernick. That's not his name.
Colin
Kaepernick.
No, that's not. But I do. That's actually what I do every Thursday. That's why we can't record Thursdays. Is I go to a shoe store. I just go to Foot Locker and I try them all on. And
crease
I just
the toe.
Yeah, just crease each toe. And I tell them it's part of my religion. I'm like, I gotta pray, and I gotta pray in this.
Strikes again.
Yeah, and I'll be like, if you don't, you're something phobic. And I just go to a Foot Locker with people with colorful hair.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, I tell them a made up religion. I'm like, I gotta pray, and I have to be wearing a new pair of Nikes every time. And they're like, oh my gosh, what religion is that? I'm like, it's from a different country. I immigrated here. From Antarctica.
Yeah.
If you don't let me do this, you're Antarctic phobic.
You're Arctic phobic.
And it's very cold there. People suffer. Like the penguins peck their eyes out sometimes. It's violent. They suffer a lot.
Sounds like it.
And so I came here for safety.
Yeah. And you don't feel safe
now
anymore.
I need to fuck up the toes of all your shoes.
It's part of my deal.
Yeah. This
all
is a
right.
very feasible
We did
scenario.
it, dude. We made it after all. I guess I'll take us out of here. I think I don't remember exactly our Instagram handle. Is it Size 10 Podcast?
It's at Size 10 Podcast.
At Size 10 Podcast. Okay, I nailed it. Follow us on Instagram. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure and leave a 5-star review. Maybe a comment or two. That rhymed unintentionally. Maybe don't leave 2. Can you leave 2 comments?
Leave
I don't
all
know.
the comments you want as long as they're positive.
Like,
if you got something negative to say,
yeah, maybe
if
we'll have
don't
you
have
on.
Something
I don't
nice
know.
to say, don't say anything at all. I watched Bambi.
All right, we have new episodes every Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening, watching, following.
Yeah, all that. Thanks,
All that.
guys.
Bye.